Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. As I told you yesterday, we had a pretty nice pump and we were bullish. But as I told you, we wouldn't pump straight to the moon. As I told you, we wouldn't go right to the moon. But I told you that we will meet some resistance and we will have some correction. And now I want to see how much was this pump. Let's put it from here, this bottom where the pump started, here, and it's almost 19%. It's pretty decent pump, and I told you that we had to pay attention to this resistance here, of course this one, and this was our target. We didn't meet it yet, but I'm sure that in the next days and more likely in the next weeks we are going to meet it. Why I'm telling you to watch for this resistance here? Well, because of course here it acted a little bit as a support and resistance before here. Same thing here, it acted as resistance and we break it, and of course we went down. It didn't act as a support, and here it acted as a support for a little bit. Here acted as support. After that we went down, we had the big dump. Here it acted as a resistance so many times, here, and after that we break it. For a little bit here we can see a support and so on. Here same thing, support, no, and so on. That's so important, this level. And as you can see, again it acted as a resistance. But let me delete everything, and I want to show you another thing. Let's take this line from here. Of course, we can say we break this one, but some people are watching even these 2 points of resistance, and of course we can see that this could act as a resistance at some time when we're going to test it. And it's going to be interesting to see what is going to happen, if we're going to break it at the first attempt, or we're going to test it and get rejected by it and get down, find some support, and go back again and test it and break it. I think this scenario will be more likely, but we're going to see how big is going to be the pump. Another thing I want to show you is our Fibonacci retracement. If we take it from this high to our lowest, we can see that now we are staying between, we are trying to find support at this level. Let's say this 51.8. That is our golden pocket. And honestly, I think that in this next week and these days we're going to do something like this, stay between these two, resistance and support. So I think that we're going to stay between $50,000 and $57,500. I think that Bitcoin is going to stay between these two lines. But let's have another look. If we take our Fibonacci from this top to or down here, well, in this case it's looking a little better, because we found it as a support here and bounce it for the moment. And even on this Fibonacci, I think it's more accurate, this one, honestly. I think we're going to stay between these two levels. As I told you, $51,000 and this $47,000, sorry. I think this one is more accurate because it's more big, and we take from the all-time highs to the bottom here. And of course, looking at this one, we still have to test our golden pocket according to this one. That is around $51,000 and $200. So we should must pay attention when we're going to pump and test this level here. It's going to be really important. If we going to manage to go above it, that is going to be really bullish, and the sentiment of the market will turn again really optimistic. And honestly, I think that if we manage to pump through this level, people will be again really euphoric. And of course, if we're going to manage to pump it, at some point we're going to go back and test it. So we must pay attention at that time when we pump it, go through it, and when we're going to down to test it. If we're going to want to be really bullish, at that time it's going to have to act as a support. But in these days, we have to pay attention. I'm going to tell you again, at this $47,000 and this $51,000. We have to pay attention at these two levels. Now let me show you on TradingView. As you can see, we are finding some difficulty to go through this golden pocket. And in this moment we're getting rejection, and if we're not going to manage to go through it, well, I want to show you that sometimes we get some bigger correction but still be bullish. So many times happen. Let me show you what I mean. For example, we put from this top till this bottom where the pump started. Well, sometimes we get correction exactly through this golden pocket here, and at this point we bounce. Let me show you an example. For example, we had, 1 second, I put it better. Look here, guys, we had this pump starting here, and we found resistance here, and look, we found support here and had a bounce. And of course, we all know what happened after that. Once we break through this golden pocket, we went down. But in this case, we could do something like that we get correction, we don't find support here, and we go to test this golden pocket. And at this level, that it's between it's around $55,000 and a half, we could see a bounce at this level as we see it here. But of course, maybe in this case, when we're going to see a bounce here, we could go and continue or run. It's not meaning that at that point we're going to find resistance here again, and after that we're going to dump. This is all for this video, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen. Honestly, I think that we're going to stay between those two resistance that I showed you on the big Fibonacci retracement. And in the worst case scenario, we're going to have this dump till this golden pocket. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like, and if you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel. I wish you a great weekend.